early, a few seconds early. It is Monday, Monday, Monday. And Monday ain't done nothing to nobody. It is Monday, May 19th, 2025. I hope everybody, when you're watching this back, is having a fabulous Monday morning, a good beginning to the week. I hope. I see that Anissa Renee just has a premiere getting ready to come up. So yeah, nobody's here but me right now. I got 2 likes. One of them I think is mine. So anyway, folks, it's 9 a.m. I'm watching myself back here on my phone so I could use it to make comments if anyone pops in. So we're just sitting here waiting, seeing who's coming in the live. Anybody coming in the chat? I know a lot of people won't be here because it's 9 a.m. It's early. It's 9 a.m. Nobody's up. Nobody cares. It's Monday morning. But, you know, this is really the best time for me to do a live. And so here you have it. So there's somebody here. There's one person here. Show yourself. Say something. But anyway, let's get into it, folks. So I got a few things I want to read and just really nothing major. You know, we never plan for a live. It just is spontaneous and happens however it's supposed to happen. And so today's calendar, Louise Hay calendar says, life supports me in every possible way. I am safe, protected, and very loved. All is truly well in my world. So I love it. And it's like a cheetah. So sweet. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we were supposed to have fixed the whole mirroring thing on here so that even when I'm on a live, you can see everything as it's supposed to be seen. But I don't know if that's going to work or not. So we'll have to see. It doesn't look like it's working. So we'll see. We will see. Let's say our Divine Spirit prayer. Nobody's here, but somebody will watch this back. Divine Spirit within me, move me in the direction of my highest good this day. Move my mind, move my words, move my body, move my emotions so that I am able to be my best, do my best, serve my best, and experience the best Monday ever. The best Monday ever. That's what I want for all of us. The best day ever. Ever, ever. So what has anybody done this weekend? Fun. Who's done something fun this weekend? I need to know. I didn't really do anything. I kind of vegged out this weekend, and it was great. It was really fun. Really, really fun. I see we got 10 folks on here, so I don't know if or 11 folks. We did have 14, so if you're on watching me, just being a voyeur, you can click the like button and you can subscribe. It's free, why not? Since you're already in here. If you're already subscribed, then say hi. You just gonna watch me and Yappy and not say something? It's Monday morning. Say hello, say something. Say, hey, Lexi. My name is Lexi. This is Yappy. You know, give us some encouragement this morning. Say hi. We're here every Monday. So, come on and say hello to the sexagenarian queen and her court. So anyway, since you all don't want to talk, let's do some questions. We'll do some questions from 3001 Questions All About Me. Linda! Hey there, Linda, my love. How are you in Greece today? What is happening over in beautiful, beautiful Greece today? I'm so happy to see you here. Good Monday to you, too. How are you doing? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. I know you spent it with your grands. So I hope you had such a wonderful weekend and that today you're just chilling, drinking. Well, I don't know what time it is in Greece, so I know you're probably not sitting drinking coffee or anything like that right now. Siesta time. Yes, yes. Well, have a wonderful siesta, a wonderful siesta. Now, how long is siesta? Oh, 4 p.m. Okay, okay, that's good. Yeah, when in the Virgin Islands we didn't have siesta, but other islands did. So like St. Martin, they had siesta, and siesta would be I think from 2 in the afternoon till 4. So you had those 2 hours to rest and everything, and then everybody got back up and did their thing. I don't know if they still do that now, but back in the 80s, that was siesta time. So, and I loved that. We loved St. Martin. My mother used to go every year, and I went there for my senior class trip. And I just loved it there. It's such a beautiful island. So beautiful, and beautiful people. And the island is split. So it's half French and half Dutch. And it's so lovely there. About 2 hours. Okay, 3 to 5. Yes, quiet time. Yes, your time. Indeed, indeed. I just love that so much. Now, for me, if we had siesta time here in the States, that would be my study time. So that would definitely be my study time. And if I was tired, I would probably take a nap. So that would really be siesta time for me too. I love that time of day. And that's usually the time of day when I've usually cooked, if I'm going to cook something, I've usually done it by then. And sometimes I've usually eaten by then. So that's a nice time to be quiet and relax. I love that so much. So, yes, my island, St. Croix, really exotic and really beautiful. So beautiful. I loved it there so much. Growing up there was just a beautiful time. The water is so beautiful and turquoise blue. You can see your toenail polish when you put your toes in the water. That's what I like. We don't have that here. I would imagine, though, Greece is beautiful and the water and everything there. I don't know what part of Greece you're in, but excuse me, I have the hiccups. I can only imagine how beautiful it is there. You know, how beautiful it is. That's one of the places that I've always wanted to go, but I'm not mobility-wise as far as me, like walking and everything. I do my steps every day here, but I do a lot of things seated. So walking there and doing all the steps and walking and stuff, I don't know how I'd be able to do a lot of it there. But I would love to come to Greece and visit. I would love to. I don't know what part of Greece, but I would love to come. Maybe Greece, where definitely want to go to Athens. I studied all that when I was in college, so I would love to go see the Parthenon and all of that. But I really want to go to someplace quiet in Greece, like where there's a seaside town. That's where I would like to go. Yes, St. Croix. Beautiful turquoise water. Yes. Oh, I'm sure it's getting crowded with tourists now. Yes, yes, yes. You know, everybody wants to go to Greece. You know, I think people don't realize that when you invade certain places in certain countries, you have to realize that there are people that live there, right? And I think a lot of people they don't pay attention to that. It's all about going there and we got to see this and we got to do that and we got and the rude behavior and all of that. When you're coming to my home, this is my home where I live. So chill out. Chill out a little bit. So I know I watch a lot of the little girly pops when they go to Greece, and and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, well, that's not my age group now anyway. I'm not going anywhere to go clubbing and partying and stuff like that. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So yeah, okay, an hour from Athens. Oh my goodness. Yes, by catamaran. Love a catamaran. Yes, Linda, right? It's so true. People don't think about, we have local people and native people to that land that live there. And you don't think about that when you go to visit a place. It would be nice if people took that into consideration, and they just don't. And they just don't. And it's just like if anybody visits you, right? Like I know when people would come and visit us and want to do all these things, and I'm like, you do realize that I live here and I have to work here and I have to do things here. So I can't do some of the things that you're wanting me to do. You're going to have to go out on that adventure and do those things on your own, because I'm still working. You're on vacation. I'm not on vacation. Whenever my aunts and everything used to come, my mother used to have to tell them that. She's like, I'm on vacation. You're on vacation. I'm not on vacation. So, like, yeah, Well, I hope you enjoy your siesta, my love. You have another hour of siesta, a little bit. So I hope you enjoy. And I love all the hearts and everything. I love that. I just love you so much, Linda. You're just the sweetest person ever, and you always support and always give me the most encouraging, beautiful comments. And I thank you so much. I thank you so much. Such a blessing. You're such a blessing. I really thank you. I really do. One day, when I'm on my world tour, I will come to Greece so you and I can have a nice quiet siesta time and hang out. Maybe we can get on a catamaran. We can do that. That's what we did on St. Croix. Every weekend we went to the beach every Sunday. That was the day that my mother would get the big picnic basket out, and she would fill it with all of the accoutrements of, like a nice board. So she would fill it with cheeses and pate and crackers and olives and all kinds of things. And she would always fry chicken. And then sometimes she would make tuna fish sandwiches, because I loved those as a kid. I loved them on the beach. I don't know, something about having a tuna fish sandwich on the beach just tasted so amazing to me. And she would always fry chicken and put it in a brown paper bag. And she'd have all these things in her basket. And then we would go. And sometimes it'd be a sweet treat, maybe. And I just love that so much, so much. Oh, yes. Thank you, Linda. I would love to come to Greece. So that is on my bucket list for sure, for sure. You'll be the first to know. You will definitely be the first to know when I come to Greece. Most definitely, most definitely. I'm looking forward to that trip. I'm looking forward to that. I was going to do some questions from this book, 3001 Questions All About Me. I got from my bestie. She sent me this book, and it's just a lot of questions. It's really for kids. It's a kid's book. And my daughter had this book as a child. She had the other book, which I have here, which is 3,000 Questions All About Me. So this one is 3001. They added one more question in this one, which I think is so cute. And and this question, the 3001 question. Yes, Linda. Wait for me, because I am coming. I am coming. I'm excited about that. When I get ready to make plans to go, and really soon, I'm praying that soon, within the next year or two, I'll be able to travel and do some things that I really want to do. And Greece is definitely on my list. And of course, there is Paris and France, because that's where my mommy was, and England, because that's where my mother was. So all the places that she's gone to is also where I want to go, in Europe anyway. And then Bora Bora has been #1 on my list since I was a teenager. Since I saw the Blue Lagoon, I have wanted to go to Bora Bora. So that's probably going to be one of my first stops. Tahiti first, well, Hawaii, Tahiti, Bora Bora, and then we will venture out to every place else. Yes, because I don't know anybody in Tahiti or Bora Bora. I don't know anyone in Hawaii. I don't know anyone in Paris, except for, people you see influencers on YouTube and that kind of thing. I don't know anyone in the Côte d'Azur in Monaco, where my mother loved, so I have to go there. And I want to go to Provence. But I know somebody in Greece. So when I get to Greece, it'll be fun. So now this 3001 question says, have I ever crossed a finish line? I've crossed several finish lines, if you want to call them finish lines. I did there was hey there, Chicken Explorers. How are you, my friends? How are you today? Mwah! The Bronx Bombshell is in the building. Miss Taro D. Hi, my love. You have time on a Monday morning to be here? I know you got to work, or maybe you're off and relaxing. You're off and relaxing. Hi, my love. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Lurking. Okay, that's good. That's good. I need lurkers. I was here all by myself this morning until Linda popped in. And now you and Chicken Explorers have popped in. Ah, thank you, my love. Some sexy Lexi time. Yes, I hope you had a fabulous weekend, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I was just reading a question from the 3001 Questions All About Me book that I got from my bestie, and who's sleeping in this morning, so she's not here. But the question was number 3001, have you ever crossed the finish line? And yes, I crossed a literal finish line when I was in my 20s. One of my girlfriends, who has since passed away, she and I did this walk or something on St. Croix, and it was to raise money for the Women's Coalition. And the Women's Coalition on St. Croix, they help battered women and things get out of abusive situations and whatnot. So we did this walk, and I came in the rear. The meat truck ambulance was following me, but I was determined to do it, and so I did it. And so I crossed that finish line, even though I was last. I think I was either last or second to last. And I crossed that finish line. Okay, Chicken Explorers are usually working, but you're sent to school this morning. Oh, fun week. Yes, so the last week of school. I love that. I love that. When they get to come, it's like here we have like field day. I love that so much. Selena, mi hermana. How are you, my love? That's right, it does exactly. I made it, Miss Taro D. I made it. Okay, Selena, I hope everything goes well at your doctor's appointment. Happy Monday, mi hermana. I love you so much. Yes. Oh, it's the beautiful Ravneet. Hello, Ravneet. How are you, my love? So beautiful. All the beautiful people are here this morning. I'm so blessed. So blessed. Who is, oh, that's true, Miss Tara D, the one who hasn't even tried. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Yes, yes. So yeah, you just woke up. I am doing fabulous. I hope you are, my love. I hope you are, Ravneet. So beautiful. Yes, all the beautiful people. Miss Taro D, Linda from Greece, Miss Taro D from the Bronx, Chicken Explorers. I don't know where you're from, but you're beautiful, blessing us here. Ravneet is blessing us here. I'm so blessed. Yes. And the other finish lines that I crossed are when I got my degrees. So when I got my Bachelor of Arts degree, I crossed that stage. So that was the finish line. And when I got my master's degree, I did not walk the stage for my master's. But when I received it here, that day that I sent in my last paper, I just bawled my eyes out and I ran to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I'm done, I'm finished. And she was so happy for me. And when I got my degree and my diploma here, they delivered it to the neighbor, to the wrong door. And I'm like, what? And so then I found it. I just happened to go outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's at the neighbors. Because I had been waiting and waiting and waiting for it. And I got it. So I crossed that finish line. And then pretty soon here, I will be crossing the finish line of getting my NASM certification. So happy about that. Yes, yes. Nobody can ever take it away from us, Miss Tarot D. Never, never, never. You know, and we're never too late. It's never too late to learn something new. You know, and at almost 61, I'm embarking on this NASM certification and trying to get that together. And it's a little daunting because I have not really been focusing. So I've really got to put my mind to it and really start focusing. You know, yes, Ravneet. Yes, your father is right. You know, it's never, never, never. Oh, that's okay, Miss Tarot D. It's Monday. It's not your spelling. I blame it on the computer and the phone. I blame it on them. Blame it on them. Blame it on them. But yes, Ravni, your father is absolutely right. It's never too late. You know, it's never too late to use your mind. You know, to use your mind and learn something new and something fun. It doesn't always have to be something, you know, really daunting or something that, you know, oh, I always wanted to be a chemical engineer and now at 60 I'm going to do that now. Not that kind of learning, right? Something fun. You know, take a cooking class or take a class where you learn knife skills for doing julienne and chiffonade and all those things, right? A class to learn how to bake or make pastries and things. Miss Tarot D, you're in New York where all that is happening. You know, the best food, the best anything is in New York City, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And people are like, yeah, 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 yeah. The best everything, the best water. You cannot drink tap water anywhere in the world, but you can drink it in New York City. That's what makes pizza and bagels and everything taste good. And then when you go to your own town or your own country or whatever, and you see the restaurant that says, oh, New York bagels, you're like, yeah, no. Or New York pizza, no, it's really not. Zoe ordered pizza for us the other day. And, oh, Bella, I'm so sorry, honey. I hope you feel better soon. Zoe ordered us some pizza, Miss Tarot D, and it was from Tony's, right? And I'm like, this ain't no Tony's pizza. And they really, I mean, really, I'm like, are you really? Are you kidding me? The crust was awful. It was the worst pizza I ever had in my life. I'm like, I would have been better off having Pizza Hut at that point. And I'm like, what? So yeah, yep, tap water, the tap water, Ravni. The water you get right out of your kitchen faucet is the best water in New York City from that Hudson, the best water ever. And in the wintertime, when it comes out and it is ice cold, the best. And that's what they boil the bagels in and make all the pizza dough and all the everything. That food in New York is an experience. And of course, I don't know how much of an experience it is now. I watch all my little girly pops in New York going to all the restaurants and things. And, you know, it's just an experience. Everything is delicious there. Yes, with tap water, that is what we call tap water when it comes from your faucet. And most people cannot drink tap water unless you have it really heavily filtered. But in New York, you don't have to. The New York water is absolutely the best water ever. The best water ever, ever. So Selena popped back in. Are you at the doctor's office or on your way to the doctor's office? Yes, you can, right. You can find any kind of food pretty much any time of the day and night in New York City. Yes, 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 yes. And I've noticed now, Miss Taro D, I mean, I like the old school, I like Little Italy, I like Chinatown, I like all the old school stuff. But now they have Koreatown, they have all the Korean restaurants and all these things that they never had when I was coming up. So, and if they did, I didn't notice that. But it's now, you can get anything, any nationality, anything. There's this guy who lives in New York. I don't know the name of his channel. All he does is like food reviews and things. He's a young guy. And he goes, like, sometimes he has his videos like hours long because they do like a playlist, and it's all the best pizza in Brooklyn, or all the best whatever in Queens, and all the best bagels in the city, or anywhere in any of the boroughs and that. And I just love watching him. Some of that stuff is amazing. And, you can't get a bagel. If you're going to get a bagel, you need to go to New York and get a bagel. If you've never had a bagel or a bialy, you need to get that in New York City before you get it anyplace else. And then you'll know what I'm talking about. Yes, Koreatown. Oh, little Yemen. Oh, little Bangladesh. Yes. Oh my God, I would love that. To go and have that food, some Bangladeshi food. Oh, yoy, yoy. So good. So, so good. Yes. On 233rd. Well, Miss Taro D. That's where all the Caribbean food is, right? Up in the Bronx. That's where I was born. I was born in Bronx Lebanon Hospital, but we lived off of White Plains Road on 223rd, I think it was, and Laurie Place. That was where I grew up initially. And I loved the Bronx. Misericordia Hospital was where I used to have to go all the time when I was sick. And, there's nothing like an Italian bakery in the Bronx, right? All the beautiful pastries, cannoli. Oy, oy, oy. The patties. Yes, the beef patties. Now, I make them too, which I know your husband likes empanadas. That's my style because I'm Puerto Rican. I like an empanada. Or we call them patés too. Jamaicans call them patties. We call them patés in the Virgin Islands and in Puerto Rico too. And I like that. I love alcapurrias. Oh, just don't even get me started on anything right now. It's making me hungry. All the delicious, delicious, delicious food. Yes, Ravneet, we are all foodies, right? Whenever we're in anybody's live, what do we always talk about? It always goes back to food. Somebody's cooking something, somebody's waiting on a delivery, and it always goes back to food. Always goes back to food. And I just love that. I just love it so much. I mean, food is the universal love language, right? It's just our universal love language. And that's how I learned so much. I mean, my father was a chef in New York. And then he was a maitre d'. At first, he was a chef. He ran a restaurant. He worked for Teleprompter, which is now, I don't know which one of the cables it is now, probably Max or something. I don't know. But my dad worked for them for over 20-something years, and he ran one of their restaurants. And I learned so much from my father when it comes to that. So I have so many skills, and I learned so much about taste and how food should taste and should be presented. And my taste buds, like I can eat something, I could probably go, I don't know many of the, I know a lot of the Indian spices and things, but I could probably have some food like at a Bangladeshi or a restaurant, and I could probably know the spices to be able to recreate that on my own. I'm really good about that. My taste buds are really good about that. I'm really good at making Chinese and things in Singapore, different food. My daughter is like, Mommy, you make it better than the restaurant. And I can, because I can really taste and pull out the certain spices and things. And I don't eat a lot of Indian food at all. But hi, Anissa. How are you, my love? You guys got to go over to Anissa's channel. She has one of the best channels. She's doing her Magnetic May right now, talking about abundance and boundaries and all kinds of things. So yeah, I just love her channel so much, so much. So yes, Rob Neat. But okay, Miss Tara D, your father was the cook. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, and a cruise ship. Until you moved to the States. Wow, that is amazing. Oh, see, when we go live, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about our dads and their cooking. Look at the synchronicities, right? When I was growing up in New York, oh, thank you, Miss Tara D. Thank you so much. When I was growing up in New York, my I was just getting ready to say something. It went right out of my head about that, about the cooking. And oh, I was gonna say, Miss Tara D, my mother's best friend was Italian, and she lived in our building. And I was at her kids, and I went to school together, Michael and Anthony. And her father lived with her, and he didn't speak English. And so they would make all the Italian food, and I would always be at their house. I was a little girl then. I was like probably 4 and 5, and maybe the beginning of being 6 at that time. And because we moved to the Virgin Islands when I was 6. But I was with them from a very tiny age but I remember when I was like 4 and 5. And she would make so many different things, and her father would make things, and then I would always go and they would give them to me, and I would always go and eat. I just loved it so much, and that's my love now for Italian food. I love Italian food so much, and that's one of the things that I make well too. You know, got to make that good gravy. You know, I do all of that. Yes, I do. Yes. Yes, Ravneet, we will talk about that. Miss Tara D and I are doing a live. Yes, we will be going live in a couple months. So we will definitely be talking about that. We definitely will. I'm looking so forward to it. So forward to it. Yeah, I just love food. What are some of your favorite things, Ravneet? You know, I like my Indian food mostly is island food though. So I like a lot of Trinidadian food, and I love roti. I love bus up shot. I love, oh my God, I love dal puri. I love all of that stuff. I just love it. But roti is one of my favorite things. Um, but yeah, what are some things that do you make anything? What have you, I think I asked you before. Oh, we were talking before about you learning how to make some foods from your mom, cooking with your mom. Yeah, yeah. Me too, Anissa. I love to eat. Period. I love to eat, right? Yes, 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 yes. Please sub to Anissa, everyone. Yes, love to eat, love to eat. And sub to Ravneet's channel as well. Ravneet does the beautiful shorts, and she pulls a card every day, and she has such beautiful decks and cards, and she's really getting into it like I am. We're new to this tarot world. And so Ravneet is getting into it, and so she's just a beautiful person. So oh my goodness, it's my besties in the building. Why are you not in bed? I'm still, yes, Yoros con gandules. Well, you know, my first stop on the world tour, you know where I'm going to be. So you already know it's coming. It's coming, girl. It's coming. It's coming, girl. It's coming. Ah. Yes, to eat and feed everyone too. Yes, Ravneet. That's the joy of it, right? When you make a beautiful dish and you give it and people enjoy it, it brings people joy, happiness, and joy. That's one of the best things. One of the bestest things. Oh, you just woke up. Yes, holiday, Victoria weekend in Canada. Yes, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Ange, our beautiful Ange. Yes, yes, yes. She's taking a little hiatus. We all need that sometime. Little hiatus to regroup and then come back strong. So yeah, which I'm ready to take a hiatus, but I'm just getting started. So it's like this is not time for this. I got to keep this daily grind going, right? My daily vlogs, I got to keep them going. And then until June 30th, and then after that we'll decide what we're going to do. We'll make some changes. And I'm praying that by then I'll be close to my NASM. You know, I'll be close. I really would like to have it by my birthday in August. So hopefully, yes, yes. Yes, a small break. Yes, my love. You need it. You need it. We all need a break now and again. So yes, 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 yes. And then come back strong. Thank you, Anissa. Yes, I wrapping my head around trying to find the time to do this NASM because I have nothing but time. So I don't know, it's like, what are you doing, girl? Not a damn thing. I have nothing but time. But I keep putting it off, and the first payment is getting ready to go down this month. So that's my sign that get your shit together, girl, and do the damn thing. So yeah, so I'll be heavy into it probably starting next week, really heavy into picking my days to study and just seeing my time, what time I have, and how I can devote my time to studying and not being online. So that's a big thing for me. I have neglected my other social media pages because I'm really focused on building this YouTube channel. And so I don't get on. And I have a page that I run myself on Facebook, and I'm barely ever on there. I think I got on there yesterday and posted something because I feel so bad for my girls. And I only have 2 active girls on the page, and they're not even active anymore because I'm not there. And so yeah. Yes, lots of momentum and changes coming this week. Yes, we got this, Ange. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So many things getting ready to go down, and I'm looking forward to all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. So yeah. And, just getting productive, doing my thing, being productive on here because I know that I can do this, and I know that it's going to happen, really quickly once I get started because I'm determined. And when I am determined to do something, well, look out, world, because there's no stopping me. I'm determined to get down into Wonderland. That is getting ready to happen too, like very shortly. And I'm praying really that happens within this week. And I keep putting that pressure on myself, and there's no time limit on it. That's just for me. So, it's like I'm ready for that to happen soon. And so I'm looking forward to it. To getting down really. And I mean, I got that thigh gap going on. Got to keep it going. That was a big deal, right? The thigh gap. Like, who cares? Yes, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, my Ange, my love, for being here because I was not expecting to see you this morning at all. I hope you're feeling better this morning. And, taking it easy today. Taking it easy. Yes, Ravneet. Thank you, Ravneet, so much. I am really determined. And when I came on this platform on January 5th, and I just really, really, really decided that I'm going to do this thing every day for 6 months. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And technically, June will be kind of sort of 6 months, technically, because let's see, February was a month, March was 2 months, April was 3 months, Okay, May was 4 months, so June will be 5 months. So technically, I might do the month of July and August, continue every day. And then once my NASM comes through, then I think we're going to branch off and I'm going to have another channel. And that channel will be focused on weight loss and that. So, and my beautiful little Alana suggested that to me. I had been thinking about that for a while though, because a lot of people who I watch in the weight loss world, they have separate channels, weight loss and then their channel. And I want this channel to continue with my Lexi talks and pulling cards and things on occasion. So I really want to have a second channel and to just do weight loss and focus on mentoring and life coaching and wellness coaching. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So kind of like what Anissa does. She's a life coach. She does these things. So kind of like that. So I'll be doing that, but mine will be more in the wellness realm. So helping you with your macros if you want to lose weight or just talking about it, whatever, but in the wellness area pretty much. So, Linda. Yes, the thigh gap, because that's all the girly pops. They're like, oh, we got the thigh gap. Well, I got one too now. Ah, so funny. Yes, yes, yes. And all the abundance that is coming into all of us. So excited, so excited. Speaking of which, hey, let's do an abundance card. Let's do that. Let's do an Angels of Abundance. A Doreen Virtue, Angels of Abundance card. Let's pull one of these. Let's pull one of these. So Spirit, tell us what we need to know on the beautiful Victoria weekend in Canada, where Ange is, and what's going on in New York where Miss Tara D is, and in Greece where Linda is. What do we need to know today? Here in South Charlotte, North Carolina, where I am, and where Robneet is, where she is, and where Chicken Explorers is, and where Anissa is today. I know Anissa was in Connecticut yesterday. So wherever everybody is today, tell us, Spirit, what do we need to know on this beautiful Monday, May 19th? I did read the calendar earlier, but I'll read it again because nobody was here probably when I read the calendar. So the calendar today, my Louise Hay calendar says on Monday, May 19th, life supports me in every possible way. I am safe, protected, and very loved. All is truly well in my world, and yes, it is. We got this card before, but this is a good one. So this is the calendar for today. You have to let me know how you see it, because Ange and I did the whole mirroring thing, but it's probably still backwards. So this is today's with the cheetah in my family of cats. I'm the queen of the cats, the lioness. Okay, so we got no more complaining. And I've pulled this card before. Thank you, Spirit. And this card says, complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Yes. Like, stop complaining, right? It's so easy to say, easier said than done. But once it comes out of your mouth, then you're like, oh, this again? Am I really complaining again? And your children, your grandchildren, your significant others, your besties, those are the people that keep you honest. Because those are the people that are like, why are you complaining about that? Or why, my daughter will always say to me, why are you complaining? or I know that I'm complaining or something's wrong, because she will clam up and get quiet and won't say anything to me, then I know, okay, I put my foot in my mouth and I've said something she didn't like. I know that. I know that. Right, Ange? So, it's like, yeah, stop the complaining and start having a grateful, loving heart, an attitude of gratitude. And it makes everything better. It makes everything better. Everything better. And then you just, you ask Divine Spirit. Just ask Divine Spirit. Divine Spirit within me, move me in the direction of my highest good this day, which means move me in the direction of positivity, gratitude, abundance, all of it, right? All of it. And Anissa, when she did her, I'm thinking that was in the part this month, Anissa, when you were doing in your Magnetic May, the abundance. I got to move things out the way here because I'm trying to get to some notes that I took from Anissa's thing. You were born 3 times, Miss Tara D. Ah, okay. Yes, yes. Okay, I got to read that because I missed something there. I know, Linda. It's hard. It's hard. Yes, August 15th, Miss Tara D, and I'm August 9th. Yes, Our Lady of Assumption, a major Italian holiday. Yes, the whole country closes. Yes, for the rest of the summer. Yes, there's a young lady that my daughter Zoe and I watched. I don't know the name of her channel. Her videos have millions of views, and she lives in Italy, and she goes to her different grandparents' homes. I think one of her grandparents owns a restaurant. And then I don't know if the other one does. One of them lives, I think, in a seaside town. I don't know what part of Italy. And she posts all the foods they eat and when they go to the different festivals and things. And she has posted that. We watched that last summer of her, and it was so beautiful. I don't know how many followers she has, but she puts up a video very sporadically, but they're always like an hour or change long with her and her grandparents. And she puts all the American subtitles. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yes, Anissa says in her Magnetic May, she said, to receive, you need to let go. So that is something that we need to do, and let go of complaining. That is one of the main things we need to let go of. And yes, what Anissa says, what is one action I can take to align with receiving more? Which is to stop complaining. And I am magnetic to miracles, wealth, and joy. So that's a good mantra that we should all say. I am magnetic to miracles, wealth, and joy. But yes, in order to, align with receiving more, the action we have to take is stop complaining and just have that attitude of gratitude, that abundance attitude, and things will just come. Oh, okay, where did this even come from? Oh, I must have turned the cards over and I didn't even know. So on the bottom of the deck was a gratitude list. Thank you, Spirit. And this says, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. Worries in your mind are also complaints, right? What and who are you grateful for right now? Put it in the comments. What and who are you grateful for right now? I'm grateful for you. You all know that. I'm so grateful for you all. I'm grateful for my bestie, who came in like a wrecking ball. Miley Cyrus is suing me right now. And keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. So I love this card. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so nice. Yes. She's so beautiful. She's there with the little lambs and the donkey. But yeah, gratitude. Gratitude is everything. Gratitude is everything. When we are grateful and have a grateful heart, things will just start coming in. You know, you will be so surprised of how quickly the abundance will come, how quickly it will come. I mean, just like fast, fast like that. Fast, 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 fast. Okay, yes, yes, yes. I know you got stories. I can't wait. I can't wait for the stories, Miss Tarot D, and I can't wait for us to be together. The two Bronx babes? Ah! It's going to be amazing. Amazing, amazing. Oh, hey there, Alana Banana. How are you today? How are you, Alana? Yes, drive safely, Selena. I hope all is well. Okay, good. Blood work follow-up. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Now, Selena, are we titrating up? Are we titrating up? Need to know. I can't wait to titrate up to 7.5 milligrams of my Manjaro, and that's going to happen in, I've only taken 2 of the pens since I went to the doctor on May 5th, but I've already taken 5 milligrams, and, you know, they had to mix up, so I had to start over, which really pissed me off, because it wasn't my mix-up, it was their mix-up, so, but anyway. Yes, yes. Anissa's in Massachusetts. She's a Boston girl. My brother lived in Boston for many, many years, but he's in Philly now. He's a Philly dude. So, yes. Ah! Good, Selena! 5.3. I think mine is a 5.4. Yay! That's so good. That's so good, Selena. My beautiful sister. I'm so happy for you. That is so, so good. Yes, and your cholesterol. Mine has been perfect always. I've never had high cholesterol. This time when I had my blood work done, they said I had high, there was chloride. And I was like 111. So I think you, above 109 or whatever, is so I'm at 111. So I'm like right at the threshold. But I know I do a lot of salt because I do a lot of electrolytes in my water. But I was talking to, I have a medical call once a month on a Monday. And I was talking to my beautiful nurse, Kara, and she was saying that it could be from one of the medications that I'm taking. And I'm like, well, why didn't my doctor know that? So I'm going to mention that next time because I'm trying to get off of everything, my blood pressure meds and all of that. Like I'm trying to get off of that. I became, I got high blood pressure and diabetes when I was pregnant, and gestational diabetes and high blood pressure, and then it just came back to me when I was in my 40s. Yeah, and I was not happy about it. And then when I was in my 50s is when I was diagnosed with diabetes. I was 55. I think, getting ready to be 55. I was 54, I believe, when I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2. And yeah, so. Oh, yes, Selena. Mine was 6.7. But my original A1C was a 14. And I went from a 14 to a 6.7 in 3 months because I worked my ass off. And I was not taking any Manjaro or anything at that time. I was taking metformin, which my doctor's getting ready to take me off of that. And I don't like it anyway. I have no side effects, though, thank God, knock on wood. I have no side effects from anything. But I know a lot of people that do and really suffer when they take these medications. And I don't have that, thank God. But berberine, I love berberine. And sometimes I take maybe 1,200 milligrams of berberine. And that's more natural and it's good. And you don't need a prescription for that. I would rather take that if I needed to, but I do my apple cider vinegar every day. And that I love with the mother, but not Bragg's, because Bragg's is watered down and it's just awful. The Bragg's here is awful. I mentioned it before. Like I bought Bragg's and I could actually, and actually I didn't buy it because if I had gone and picked it up myself, I would have known better. But I think I ordered groceries and when they brought it to me, it was clear. And I'm like, what? Why is apple cider vinegar clear like water? So I knew there was something wrong. And no matter how much you shook up the mother or did any of that, so I don't buy Bragg's anymore. I don't buy them. But Walmart has a very good apple cider vinegar, and so does Aldi. And with the mother, organic with the mother. And I use the red Solo cups, the red Solo cup shot glass. I fill those. And I put it in my hot tea. So usually my hot tea with ginger and lemon. And I put a shot glass of apple cider vinegar in my tea. And it's so good. Okay, Ange. Now that I'm taking, what do you call it? Hydrochlorothiazide. Is that kind of the same thing? Because I know you're a nurse. You got your nurse brain. But yeah. Miss Tara D said no. Miss Tara D said no to the apple cider vinegar. Well, you know, Miss Tara D, in the beginning, no, I couldn't. I could just shot that back now. I could take a whole one of those cups and just shot it, but it's not good for your throat. It really burns your throat, but I can shot it. And it's not good for your teeth, you know, the acid in that. So I mix it in my tea, and it's really good. And I don't even taste it. I put it in soup. If I'm having broth, bone broth, I put lemon and the apple cider vinegar in my bone broth, and I drink that. And it's very beneficial. It's good for your gut health and getting your stomach to go down. I mean, my stomach used to be so out, right? And now my stomach is so down. And I mean, I still have a ways to go. I still have a stomach, but it's not protruding. And that's also from all the weight that I've lost as well. 120 pounds. So, okay, Selena, yes, HCTZ. And this time, I've never had well, I take that back. I looked through all my old tests because here, the medical group that I'm with, you can look up, get your test results, everything come to you online. I go on the app and all my stuff is there and I could go back. So back as far as 2019 and I can see that I think in 2019 I may have had high chloride. I didn't see the number of it though, so it's not off the charts or anything. Then I had it again in 2021, and then again in I think 2022, and then 2024, or 2022 and 2024, and then this time. And I'm like, what is that about? And they never said anything to me about it before, but this time they did. And I hadn't been taking the hydrochlorothiazide because she said to me last time, oh, I think you don't need to take that anymore. Your blood pressure is really good. But then when I went back this time, she's like, I told you not to take D, as in vitamin D. You have too much vitamin D. And I'm like, you can never have too much vitamin D. Sorry. And sorry, not sorry, because I'm taking it. I don't get a lot of sunlight because I'm not out grounding myself all day. I live in an apartment complex. There's no place for me to go. I do have a porch, but there's so many wasp nests and bees and things out there, and I will not sit out there with that. So, and we're on the north facing side, so I don't get sun coming in. So when I go out to take Zoe to work in the morning, that's the only sun I get every day. That is the only sun. Unless I'm sitting in the living room and the sun is coming through the windows, it's very rare. And so I take my vitamin D. And I watch Dr. Berg. And Dr. Berg, if you're not familiar with him, he's absolutely amazing. He has millions of followers on YouTube, and I follow him on Instagram also. And he's like, you have to take vitamin D. Vitamin D is pretty much the thing that helps with everything that's going on in your body is vitamin D. And to prevent me from having to take other things, I take my vitamin D and magnesium. So, yeah. Yes, Selena, 100 pounds, girl. Yes, yes. To develop type 2, yes. Well, because I got it gestationally, And then I lost a lot of weight after I had Zoe initially 27 years ago, but then the weight just kept coming back on. And I just was eating, you know, and not really caring. And I was sedentary, very sedentary. And I'm still sedentary. But I try to do, yesterday I did almost 18,000 steps. I try to do anywhere from 15 to 20,000 steps a day. And I have done over 30,000 steps. But sometimes I feel like that's just I'm overdoing it. And so I don't need to do it like that. But I would like to be able to walk unassisted and walk without my cane. I can't do a lot of walking like that. I have to sit and do my steps. And I move my feet. I watch Grow with Joe and do all the things. And I do my weights. And that's how I do it. So yes. Yes, Selena, 1.5 years. Yeah, I've been on this journey now for years. But this time around, me losing this 120 pounds has been within the last 2 years. And I'm determined to be, I don't know if I'll be to my goal weight by my birthday, by August 9th, but I will be very, very close. I will be very, very close. And I will divulge all of that once I get my NASM certification and I make my other channel. I will divulge everything about my weight loss because that channel will focus on that. And I'll do some videos on my channel here to introduce people to the new channel. And, you know, but I like doing the little shorts here of what I eat. I think Linda does carnivore too sometimes. And I love my carnivore, and that's been the best thing that has worked for me. But I don't always do it all the time because a lot of times I like alliums, I love onions, I love garlic, I love those things. I love cruciferous, I love Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts. I love my cabbage. So every so often I will have a veggie, but I don't do it all the time because I love my Persian cucumbers. I have that SIBO, so sometimes I can't have veggies. And that's why a lot of people who are vegan are now switching to carnivore because those vegetables really do tear up your system and your body. You know, no disrespect to anybody who's a vegan though. If that works for you, good for you. Good for you. But yeah. So... yes, Alana, the new channel. That'll be coming soon. Alana was helping me do some brainstorming about that. Yes. Yes, it is a journey. You know, it is a journey. It truly is a journey. And yes, over 100 pounds too. Oh, Linda, that's amazing. Yes, mostly meat-based. And that's what I try to tell people. And then, you know, as soon as you tell somebody that, right? And I never push my agenda on anyone because this is what works for me. And you have to find what works for you, right? But the people in my life who are close to me, I try to impart that on them because it helps. It's a form of elimination. It's like an elimination diet. You don't have to do it forever. For me, I think this is a forever lifestyle for me. But you don't have to do it forever. I mean, these last few months, I gained like over 10 pounds because, why? I was eating bread and potato chips and pretzels and crackers and all kinds of stuff because my body was just craving those carbs and I was going hard, right? I was going hard. But now we're getting back to basics. We're getting back to business, back to the business at hand. And it was my daughter's birthday, so I just used that excuse because, hey, it was my birthday too. I gave birth to her. I gave birth to her. It's my birthday too because I'm a mother. As Zoe's rolling her eyes probably in the back of her head, which she's not here anyway. 'Cause she's not here. She's never here. I get no love. So, but yeah. Yes, Miss Charity, I love you so much. I love you. Mwah! Yes. But yes, Linda, meat, yes. I do too. Eggs and butter, yes. Right. And you start, it's never too late, right? The first time in your 70s. Yes. Yes, and you finally lost it. I'm so proud of you. And you've kept it off. Coming up on 3 years. Oh my goodness. Yes, forever. Yes. And that's what I say too, forever for me too. I've tried so many things, but I know that that is the one thing that works for me. And even though I go on my binges every once in a blue moon where I'm like, I need crackers or I need something, I know I don't need it because if I was eating enough protein, I wouldn't need any of that. It's just something that I want. So that totally has to go out of my, and I never used to do that. You know, I never used to do that, but that is a part of that self-sabotage, right? And there was a reading yesterday, a young lady that I started watching, a black young woman here on YouTube, and she does tarot. And she did a reading for Leo yesterday. And I got to send it to my bestie. She did a reading for Leo yesterday. And the cards, some things were I could resonate with, some things were definitely not for me. But one of the cards came up and it was like, stop the self-sabotage and that. I'm like, that was for me. That card was definitely for me. So yes, I mean, I love, oh yes, Linda, 73. Yes, yes, 65. I know, Linda, but you know what? The beautiful Miss Maya Angelou says, when you know better, you do better. So we know better now, so we do better. That's what I say about turning 60. Turning 20, turning 30, turning 40, turning 50. I didn't have that clarity or that mindset. Now, when I turned 40, I'm like, you can't say anything to me anymore. You're not. I'm not going to be an ass kisser anymore. I'm not going to do any of that. And that still went on. But when I turned 50, I'm like, yeah, no, all bets are off. That's it. If I don't want to do it and it doesn't make me happy, guess what? I'm not doing it. Period. Right? And I started having that clarity. When I was 60, I woke up like a brand new fucking person. I mean, the clarity was just everything for me. And I'm like, yes, it's time to get this shit together, girl. You're wasting time. We're wasting time. Time is precious. And I know what works for me. But what I started to say was the people who are around me who I love, and I try to not push it that my agenda on them, but just to let them know that why don't you try it, even if you only do it for 7 days. And it doesn't have to be beef. My sister suffers with lupus and cancer and many different things for years. She almost died 2 years ago in the hospital. And I'm like, listen, you need to change things. She was a vegan years ago when I was a teenager. I was a vegan for 4 years with her. And that was kind of the worst times in my life. And we will definitely do a story time on that. But I keep trying to tell her, and my brother too. My brother has macular degeneration, as do I, but he is very progressed and he can barely see. And he has a gut that is sitting out to here like Buddha. And I'm like, you have to eat the protein and do the things. I think his doctor finally put him on Manjaro, but he doesn't do right. And he's like, oh, well, I'm just having a boiled egg for breakfast. I'm like, you're a grown ass man. You're 70 something years old. You need over 200 and something grams of protein. A female needs 100 grams of protein a day. But really, though, we need 150 grams of protein a day. We do. And none of us are getting that. We're not. And this is where this carnivore comes in. It comes in clutch. And it's not about just having a protein drink and that. It's about real food. And you can get it from so many sources. So I was trying to tell my sister, well, I don't eat beef. And I'm like, okay, well, you eat chicken. You can get it from chicken. I mean, the basis of the carnivore plan is beef, bacon, butter, right? Beef, bacon, butter, and you can have cheese as well. I don't do a lot. I do cheese every so often, but I don't do a lot of cheese. But the beef, the bacon, the butter, give it to me. And eggs. I'm sorry, and eggs. So beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. And then you can have some cheese. A lot of carnivores have cheese. But cheese is also dairy. So, there's that slippery slope, right? Like I like my onions when I make my ground beef. Yeah, that's a vegetable. So that's a little slippery slope, but that's okay. You have to do what works for you, right? So I kind of call it like ketovore. Like I'm a little bit keto because I like a few veggies, but I am a carnivore basically. And I'm a meat eater. And as a lion, as a Leo lady, I love my meat. And you know, this is going to gross some people out, but with the blood oozing, like I like my meat raw. I can eat raw ground beef. I love it raw, but it has to be good, organic, quality ground beef. I like a rare steak. I like rare burgers. I like my stuff rare. And I also love organ meats. And a lot of people don't like organ meats. I grew up as a child. My mother loved liver. I grew up eating liver, and I grew up eating chicken livers. So I love that. And that's liver. Now, if you follow Dr. Berg, you know, getting off top, you know me, once I start ranting and rambling, we go on. Dr. Berg, who is here on YouTube, everybody needs to follow Dr. Berg. He's absolutely amazing. But he did a video the other day. I don't know if I shared that with you, Ange. I got to share that with you. Yes, Ange, 40, a game changer, yes. Because your mind is, you're so much more mature now, and you know the things now. You know, when you're 20, you don't know shit, right? When you're 30, you're starting to feel your way. But when you're 40, you know yourself. And you know what works for you and what doesn't. When you turn 50, oh, all bets are off. And then when you turn 60, it's like, what? What? But Janet, my love. Hi, Janet. How are you, my love? Yes, one of your brothers, okay, is on the same regime, Linda. So, he's in New Zealand. Yes, and that's good support. Reverses diabetes. Yes, it reverses your diabetes. If you have those skin tags, I have a lot of those, they will start falling off. All of that from just being on the carnivore plan. And so many people poo-poo it because these people want you to do that standard American diet. The acronym for that is SAD. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? And but you don't, what I was starting to say is the basis of a strict carnivore is organ meat and is, you know, the beef, bacon, eggs, butter, because you need that fat. You've got to have fat. In order to lose fat, you have to have fat. Everything can't be lean. You know, everything today is lean, 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 lean. I don't like lean meat. I like fat. And I'm like chicken. I want my chicken with the skin on it. It makes it so tender and juicy. I don't want a boneless, skinless something. Like, I don't want that. We eat a lot of that, but I don't want that. My daughter likes that. So we eat a lot of that. But you need the fat in your body. You need that fat. And I'm going to tell you something. I didn't weigh myself this morning. But when I weighed myself yesterday, you know, I had told everybody here that I had gained 10 pounds from the month of March through the month of April, right? Bullshitting, eating all the things, right? Because it started with my daughter's birthday, and I just went on. Then we had 2 weeks off for Coachella, and oh, yeah, so we were just doing it up. I have lost that and then some, right? The 10 pounds I gained and then some. And by, you know, eggs, let me tell you, if you have anywhere from 6 to 9 eggs in a day, and no, you're not going to have high cholesterol, so don't come with the excuses. And with a little bit of butter to cook them, or you can boil them. You don't even have to have the butter for that. You can boil them if you want to, but you need some fat in your diet. Eat it maybe with some bacon or something if you eat pork, or eat it with some kind of meat, a piece of fatty something. Those eggs, I don't know what is the magic in eggs. Eggs are magic. And when you want to lose weight and you do that egg fast, or you do that for at least 3 days, oh, you will see the pounds just falling off. I mean, they will just fall off. I did it for maybe 2 days with the eggs, because after a while it gives me the ick. And I love eggs, but I am also I have a sensitivity to eggs. And most people have the sensitivity, which I learned, it's from the egg whites, not the yolks, because the yolks are the fat. The egg whites is what gives you that discomfort if you have griping in your stomach or have to go to the bathroom, that kind of thing when you eat eggs. It's from the egg whites. And I was damn near today years old when I've learned that. So, but yeah. Bye, Alana. Bye, honey. I love you. So yeah, I just I know that carnivore works, you know. I'm so glad, Janet. How's everything where you are, Janet, in your neck of the woods? I'm sure it's early there, like what, 7 something? 7:15 a.m. I think, right? Are you in Phoenix? My old stomping grounds. I talked to one of my besties from Phoenix yesterday. He called, and he always keeps me up on everything. Keeps me up, keeps me in the know of my old neighborhood and where I used to live. Yes, they are, Ange. Yes, and they make us feel full. Yes, and they boost our metabolism. They are so good for us. I know, miss having chickens, because right now, Ange, you wouldn't have to go through not finding eggs in the store. I know it. I know it's a lot of work. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Yes, yes, yes. So much work. Ah, Janet just came in from hanging with the chickens. Ah, the synchronicities here are just amaze me every time. I keep forgetting that Janet has chickens. Yes, Janet, and isn't that lovely? Because you have your own eggs, your own eggs. Yes. Oh, Ange, I'm so glad it's beautiful there. It's beautiful here too. There are no clouds right now, though. I think there may be like a little rain shower later. But, oh, I don't have my watch on. It's already, I think, in the 80s. And then later this week, we're getting a cold spell. So it'll be 60s or so in the morning. And then it will, because it's been like 70s in the morning now. But it'll be 60s in the morning. And it will be 70s in the afternoon. And breezy and no humidity. And yes, yes, yes. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, Ange, Dr. Berg. Can you put up Dr. Berg for us? Dr. Berg had one of the last videos I watched of his was about eating liver and how the liver is what keeps your skin better than collagen or taking a bunch of supplements. It keeps our skin from wrinkling. And I'm wondering if that's why for me, because I love liver. And my mother did too. My mother did not have any wrinkles at 89 when she passed. Thank you, Ange. Everybody who's still here, click on, follow Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg is absolutely amazing and he tells the truth. And if you go back to some of his videos, you'll see how he was bloated and how he was everything. And now he's so slender and thin. And there's another guy, he's on Instagram though, Dr. James Nicolo something. I'll have to get him together one time and try to post something from him from Instagram. But he also has a good channel. And I don't think he's on YouTube though, but he has an excellent Instagram channel about the protein and your exercising and all of that. And that's what we just need to do, one day at a time. I'm so glad that, Linda is still doing her carnivore. I'm so happy about that. Oh, it's a rooster. Oh. Okay, one a day. Oh, from your 8-year-old hen. Oh, she's trying. She's like, I'm giving you one, Mom. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right, Ange. Black don't crack, girl. Black don't crack. Thank you, bestie. But yes, yeah, Mommy at 89, no wrinkles. Her skin was so smooth. The last time that we saw her was right before she was going to be cremated, and they had her just laying there. And her skin was just like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. She just looks so beautiful. She just looks so beautiful. But yeah, it's all in them jeans. It's all in them jeans. Yes. Yes. So, okay, peeps. We are up to 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes so far. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if I can go a little bit further. Let's see if we can do a little bit more today. Let's see. I know people have places to go, things to do. Linda, I'm so happy that you stayed so long here because you were doing your siesta time. But yes, getting back to the whole carnivore thing that I was talking about is everybody poo-poos it all the time, right? But it's a form of elimination. So if you started it and you even only did it for 7 days, you would feel better and you would see changes right away. Immediate changes. And you don't have to eat beef. So you don't like beef, eat chicken. You don't eat chicken, but you like organ meats, then eat those. You don't like that and you like fish, then be a pescatarian. There's so many ways to do this thing. But I mean, the major way is beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. But if you can't have those as your basis, then have other protein. Have other protein. And yes, eggs do keep us so full, but you still need other protein sometimes because eggs only have about 6 grams of protein per egg, right? So we need at least 30 to more. If you're eating 3 meals a day as a female, we need to have 40 plus 50 grams of protein so we can get that 150 grams of protein. And not by protein powders and drinks and things, but really by actual food. And you really don't have to worry about fiber either when you're doing that because things are going to move in you. They're going to move. You're not going to be constipated and you're not going to have those issues. And I just really, really, really love the carnivore plan. It's something that really works, or even a meat-based. Meat-based, you can have other things. You can have the veggies and you can have bread. I think sourdough bread. Or even as a carnivore, you can have bread. You can make the egg white bread. And there's different things you can have that are fully protein and don't have flours and things. The egg white bread, and you mix it with allulose and I'm trying to think what else you mix it with. And when you slice that bread, it's so soft. It's so nice. You could toast it. Or you can make buns, hamburger buns and things out of the pork rinds. And you can use the pork rinds as your crust for if you are making chicken strips and things like that. Yeah, I've learned so much doing this carnivore thing, so much. And pork rinds as your snack instead of potato chips. I love pork rinds. I love them as dipping things instead of a tortilla chip or a potato chip. They're really good like that too. And I love them. I love pork rinds. I love them. But of course, the major ones. Thumbelina! Hey, girl! What you doing, girl? Yes! Ground beef, Thumbelina. Thumbelina ground beef. I need to see a short, Thumbelina, of you and your daughter having the ground beef and eggs, because that's my favorite thing. That's one of my faves. Now, a lot of people that do carnivore, they mix the egg in with the beef. I don't like that. But I like my eggs on the side. And I like fried eggs with my ground beef. Scrambled are good too, or boiled. But I like fried eggs over easy with my ground beef. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Hi, Thumbelina, my love. So, yes. What time is it there, Thumbelina, where you are? I'm sure it's late. Or late afternoon, early evening, possibly. Yes, over easy dipping eggs. The best, Ange. Yes, from Australia, my love. Yes, that's where I'll be going too. I'll be going to Australia too, Ange and I. Australia and Nancy, Australia. And we'll be going to Bora Bora. We'll be doing all the stops, going to Greece to see my beautiful Linda. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, your cat woke you up. Oh, 10:23 p.m. Yes, I figured. You're right, because Australia is a lot later than we are, and a lot later than like Europe and that. Right. Yes, Yappy's peeking in. I was able to get Yappy in the frame here. It's hard sometimes when you do a live. But Yappy's here. Because Mam is outside. We would have had a Mam if I had to change spots. Ah, yes, Bora Bora, Thumbelina. Ever since I saw the movie The Blue Lagoon when I was a teenager with Brooke Shields and Chris, what was his name? Chris Atkins? Chris something. I wanted to go to Bora Bora. They did not film in Bora Bora. They filmed, I think, in the Fiji Islands. But I've always wanted to go to Bora Bora. It's been just my dream since I was like 14 years old. Yeah, and that dream is coming true in my 60s. My sexagenarian era, after I get all this weight off me and do a little bit of nipping and tucking, I'm going on all my trips. So in the nipping and tucking, I don't know. I mean, maybe I won't have to nip and tuck. Maybe I just need some really, really, really heavy compression garments that are going to lift me from the floor up and lift my boobs up and lift my stomach up, lift everything up. Because if not, there's a doctor I follow on Instagram. He's magnificent. The work he does with full body lifts. And so, yes, Thumbelina, when I was 14. Yeah, that was my dream. You know, that was my dream. I was in love with Brooke Shields, and she came, at that time, I was living in Chicago, and she came to Chicago to film Endless Love, and in my neighborhood, on the south side of Chicago in Hyde Park. And so I was able to see her and everything and meet her. It was just an amazing time. And we're like the same age. She's younger than me. She is 60 also, I think, this year. But she's a few months, I think, behind me, I think. A couple months. So, yes. Oh, thank you, Thumbelina. Thank you. This old lady. This old, almost 61-year-old lady. I try to bring it. Try to bring the energy wherever I go. I love you so much. Yes, I lived in Chicago for 4 years, from the age of 13, I think, when I turned 13. So from 8th grade to 11th grade, I lived in Chicago. I lived in Hyde Park, which is the same neighborhood where our President Obama is from, Michelle Obama, and they lived a few blocks away from me, and that's where where Michelle grew up, not President Obama, but where she grew up, like right up the street from me, and we're the same age, and I'm really thinking that she and I had to have crossed paths at some time, because, you know, going to the same kind of schools and stuff, basketball games and things like that. So I know that we had to have crossed paths at some point. I know that we had to. I need a fingernail file, and I didn't bring one over here with me to the studio. But yeah. So, yes, 8th grade. I was 13 in 8th grade, and I was 14 in 9th, 15 in 10th, 16 in 11th grade. And then I graduated at 17. And then after graduation is when I got my driver's license. So, yeah. When I was 17, before I turned 18, got my license. I learned how to drive on the left, because in the Virgin Islands, you drive on the left. Your steering wheel, though, is still an American car, but you drive on the left side of the road. So that's how I learned how to drive and got my license. And then after that, I taught myself how to drive a stick. So I can drive a 5-speed. I love a 5-speed, but my knees don't love it right now. But I love a 5-speed. And I taught myself how to drive. And my first car was a Toyota SR5. And it had the lights that popped up. And it was a sports car. It was a 2-door. And it was low to the ground. It was burgundy. I'll never forget it. And when we had Hurricane Hugo back in 1989, it devastated the island. And a roof fell from a whole nother part of the island, flew through, and landed on my brand new car. So there she went. And I sold it to this guy for parts, and he put the whole car back together. And then he brought it back to me, and she was beautiful. And he wanted me to pay him, my God, how much more money to buy that car from him after he had put it all together. And I'm like, well, I'm never buying that car again. I bought that car once. I'm not buying it twice. Because there was nothing wrong with the engine or anything. It was just the roof. The roof from somebody's went into the roof of my car. So the windows popped out and the roof had a whole thing in it. And so, yeah. But I drove it. I drove it for a little bit. All the water was leaking out from the hurricane. It was terrible. It was terrible. We love getting to know you. I'm so glad that you're here. Yes, a Toyota SR5. That was my car. I think it was a SR5. I'm not really sure. Jackie, how are you, my love? What's going on over there across the pond? Are you getting ready to pick up your children? What's going on today over there, County Cork? There's a young lady that I watch. You all might know her. I know Ange knows her, which is Natija Cave. She also is a tarot reader. She has a big channel. She's a beautiful young black lady. And she met her love in Ireland. And he is so cute, red hair and everything. And so she goes a lot there. So they spend time together. And I just watched her video yesterday. She just got back from being there with him. And when she's there with him, they do a lot of things and film a lot of things. And she's so nervous about sharing that. And I just think it's beautiful. You know, young love is beautiful. And so, yeah. And I just love it. I don't know what part of Ireland. I think Dublin. And so I just love it. I just love it. Bye, Jackie. Okay, you're getting the kids now. Yes. So, yeah. You know, I love young love, interracial love. Because my sperm donor was Indian. And he was Taino Indian and Cherokee Indian. So, yeah, that was Zoe's dad. So, I just love it. And I had pulled a card from the Lightseers, and it looked like him. I was like, ah! Not ah like that, but ah! That ship sailed, and he's no longer with us, so that has been sailed. The reading that the young lady did yesterday, that I was telling you all about, the Leo reading, young black lady here on YouTube. I don't know her name. I can't think of it. I'd have to look her up, but she said, everybody, all these readings are like, oh, there's a love coming for you. There's somebody that either you haven't spoken to in years that's coming back. And I'm like, well, we know it's not him. Because he is a crispy critter right now. He has been cremated. So it's not him. He ain't coming back. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, so I'm like, who could it be? Who could it be? And then I'm thinking, well, maybe it's a family member who I'm estranged from, you know? And I was thinking yesterday, Mother's Day came, and I was so proud of myself because my mommy is gone. And the people who I love here, I wished Mother's Day to. My bestie and my other people who are moms who I love. But I did not wish anybody in my family or anything a happy Mother's Day. My brother did send me a Happy Mother's Day text, and I thanked him so much. It was so sweet of him. I did not hear from my sister, who has no children, by the way. Did not hear from her. I did not hear from a lot of people. And I'm like, that is wonderful. Yeah, because I don't want to hear from you. Like, don't. And if I don't talk to you all year, don't send me a message telling me Happy Mother's Day, right? That's like the people who only go to church on Easter or Christmas. Like, we don't see you all year in church, and then, which I don't go to church now for reference, but we don't see you all year in church, and then Easter and Christmas, church is packed out the door. You can't even get in. Like, where are these people coming from? Right? So I feel like that about family or friends who like have moved on. And I've noticed since my mother passed that there are so many people who stopped talking to us. And I'm assuming that they were only talking to us because of my mom. And so because of that, they're not here anymore. You know, they don't speak to us anymore. And, you know, okay, I'm cool with that. But don't expect me to wish you happy birthday and send you Mother's Day and happy Easter and all that bullshit, because that's phony to me and I'm not going to do it. If you know anything about Lexi, you know that Lexi is not phony, and Lexi loves hard. I love hard. When I find someone who is for me, I love you hard. But when you do something to piss me off, then it's a done deal. That's a Leo. That's the Leo trait. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So yeah, let me read something for you all. So no phony baloney here, bestie. No phony baloney here. And I love some baloney though. It's always about food for me, right? Always about food. I'm going to read a couple of things from our everyday positive thinking from our beautiful Louise Hay. This is a quote from Sylvia Brown. And she says, try to avoid thinking about what you're not. I'm not happy, not rich, not good looking, and so on. Instead, think about what you are. I'm joyful, I'm prosperous, I'm beautiful. Your self-esteem will rise immeasurably. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, you know, here it is. You all probably will not even see this, but here it is right here. So yeah, I mean, what did we just say when we pulled the angel cards, right? Stop complaining. Stop complaining and think of all the positive. Once you have that gratitude and that positivity, and this is good mirror work right here. And Sylvia Brown is a psychic, if you all don't know her. She's a psychic. At least that's the Sylvia Brown I think this is. But basically, you want to say those things to yourself in the mirror. You want to say those things to yourself. I'm joyful. I am prosperous. I am beautiful. Yes, yes. Amazing. And then she has another quote, and she says, there are definitely things you should not do to excess. For example, addictions that harm your physical body, stop your soul's growth, and cloud your direct rapport with God. Ask God to help strengthen your will and help you learn restraint. And I think sometimes, you know, that's a lot hard. That's a lot harder said, easier said than done. Easier said than done, because there are so many people that have so many different addictions. Like my addiction probably would be food, because I love food and I love to eat. And but that addiction is something that we need to live. You need food to live, right? Although you don't. There, another person on here, Ange, who's fantabulous, is Dr. Mindy Pelz. Dr. Mindy wrote a book, Fast Like a Girl and Eat Like a Girl. And Dr. Mindy is all about the fasting and healing your cells and autophagy and all of it. And fasting to lose weight. And Dr. Mindy met this guy, and I think he had fasted for a whole year or over 300 days. It might have even been longer than that. And she said he didn't smell that great, because I guess with all of the things coming out of his body, but I think he was very overweight. And he lost, like, I don't know how many pounds, but he did not eat for like over a year. I think he just maybe ingested liquid, like water and that, like that. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I think that's, yes, thank you, Ange. Thank you, my love. Oh, they weren't, okay, Jackie, you're back. Okay. So, yes, Ange says she does not like bologna. He likes it occasionally, yeah. I like the bologna. I like the boar's head, and it's a pork and beef mix bologna. And I've been eating bologna since a little girl, but back then it was Oscar Mayer, which is not good bologna. But that was the only bologna we knew when I was a kid. That's what my mother used to buy. And but I love the boar's head bologna. I don't eat a lot of processed meats and things like that anymore, but I love me some bologna. A fried bologna sandwich, girl, that's everything. That's everything. You got to cut the bologna a little bit at the end so it doesn't bubble up and curl up when you put it in the pan. And you fry that bologna. Get you some white bread. This is all the stuff that nobody carnivore is ever eating or doing, right? Get you some white, soft white bread, the worst bread ever. Put some mayo on that. Put that fried bologna on there, grease it out, put it on there, and just, eat it. That is some good eating. That is some good eating. And just like, oh my God. It's so funny. Now that makes you blow. What about the liver and stuff? What about the liver? Bye, my beautiful Thumbelina. Love you. Mwah. XOXO. See you soon. Night, night. But yeah, because I love my organ meats too. But I don't eat bologna anymore. I haven't had bologna. That was one of my mom's favorites. Yappy says, bye, Thumbelina. Bye, Thumbelina. We still have to have the Yappy takeover. I don't know when that's happening. We still have to have the Yappy takeover. And I'm trying to figure out the logistics of that. Where Yappy will be here in the studio, but I will not. And Yappy will be, maybe we'll do it as a live. But maybe I'll just do it as an actual video first and see who watches it. Probably nobody. Then maybe we'll go live where Yappy will be doing the live. And I'll be right here in the studio. I'll be translating for Yappy and talking and reading everybody's questions on the live. But yeah, we got to do a Yappy takeover. Yes. Yes. And bacon. Yes, streaky bacon. That's right, streaky bacon. Which is our regular bacon. Ah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like my liver fried in bacon fat. And I do love it with streaky bacon. That was my mother's favorite. And she liked hers with mashed potatoes and broccoli or peas. She liked it like that. And I just like it. Now, if I'm doing carnivore, of course, I'm not having the potatoes or anything like that. But I will have the bacon and I will have the liver. But I love it fried. And I love chicken liver as well. But I love onions. So I cannot have my liver without onions. So I would have to have onions. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Jackie, that's good. That's something we can have, Jackie, in Ireland. We can have some fried liver. I like it fried, though. So we can have that. I can have mine fried and you can have yours baked. We could do that. But yeah, I just, so it's so funny how we all have such different palates, right? And all the things that one of us may love and another person is like, It's so funny. That's what makes the world go around, because we are all different. Yes. Okay. Yes, Ange, then I could definitely do that. I will do that for you. And what I'll do, we'll make a whole bunch of good things. We'll make arroz con gandules. We'll make all the things that I love to make for you to try, and then I'll make that. So this way, if you don't like that, you'll have all the other good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Ange? I don't like mustard. I can't stand mustard. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it. It looks like baby shit to me. I don't like mustard. Yeah, I don't like mustard. And I'm not really somebody who loves beets, but I do want to try beets. I bought a whole jar of pickled beets and I never ate them. I ended up throwing them out. But I want to try beets, but I think the beets I will like if I made them myself. Like if I bought fresh beets and I roasted them with some olive oil and salt in the oven, I think I would like it like that. But I do not like mustard. Now, my mother loved Goulden's hot and spicy mustard. My mother loved that mustard, and I have tried it, and I will have to say I like that because it's a little spicy. It's not that yellow thing. I do not like Grey Poupon, although we do buy it. I keep it here sometimes for an emulsion, for a dressing, if I'm making dressing, but I don't like that in my dressing. I just like olive oil and red wine vinegar in my dressing, or balsamic vinegar. I don't like mustard, and a little bit of lemon. So I don't like the mustard. But yeah, I don't like mustard. You love mustard? Oh, and beets, and beets. Of course, not together. But, you know, the mustard lady, she's on here too. Tiffany. She is, oh shit, she's on Instagram too, but she's on here too. And what is her handle? Fit, something fit. Nah. She's the mustard lady. She went on TikTok doing her everything that she dips in the mustard. And she, yes, Jackie loves all food. Yes. She dips everything in mustard, and that's how she lost. She started out with the 21-day meal plan, and I did buy that. I got sucked in. I bought it for $19 on Instagram and printed it out. And then she went on to the keto meal plan, and the carnivore meal plan, and this and that, and this and that. But now she's back to, she lost a lot of weight, and she's got a few kids. She just had another baby recently. I think she's got 4 children now and married and everything. And her name is Tiffany McGee, but I can't think of her. Something to Fit is her channel on Instagram, and that's also her channel here on YouTube. She's the mustard lady. I'm sure if you put in the mustard lady, it's going to come up. And so she eats like her sausage dipped in mustard and artichoke hearts and whatever she likes dipped in mustard and cottage cheese. So that's what she does. Strawberries, whatever. She doesn't dip the strawberries in the mustard, but if the mustard is touching the cottage cheese or she dips it, she may get some on there. So she eats, and that, she said she did that because something was going on with her stomach, or I forgot what was going on with her. Something, not celiac, I don't know, something was going on. And so she started eating that way, and it helped her lose weight, and she loves that way of eating now, and everything is with mustard. And her first diet, the 21-day meal plan, was all based around mustard. So there is something in mustard. Mustard has no calories. Mustard is good for weight loss, but I don't like mustard. But it is excellent for weight loss. Of course, unless you're having flavored mustards like honey mustard and that kind of thing, no. Or Dijon and that. It has to be, I guess, just a regular mustard, or maybe even a Grey Poupon. I mean, not a Grey Poupon, I'm sorry. A Gouldens, which is what is a New York mustard. I wish Miss Tara D was still here. Gouldens is like a New York mustard, basically. And they sell it everywhere, though. It's like Hellman's mayonnaise. You know, Hellman's is a New York mayonnaise. If you're on the East Coast, that's what you eat. Here in the South where I am, they eat French's mustard, yellow mustard, and they eat Duke's mayonnaise. And I'm not a Duke's girl, I'm a Hellman's girl. And when I was in Phoenix, they call it something foods, fine foods, something foods, but it's Hellman's, but it's their company name. But it doesn't say Hellman's, it's that, Best Foods. So it's Best Foods mayonnaise. And I love mayonnaise. And so many people here that I've met here in the South, they do not like mayonnaise. Oh, English mustard is like wasabi. You know, Jackie, that's another thing I don't like, Ange. I don't like wasabi. I can't stand wasabi. So wasabi and mustard would be 2 of the things that I really don't like. But I will mostly try everything and eat everything. And I love veggies. You know, like I love asparagus. I love radishes, but I like them roasted. Roasted radishes, it turns them like a lavender purple, like an eggplant. They are so sweet and delicious when you roast them. I love them like that. But I know in England, and I don't know if they do that there in Ireland or not, Jackie, where they take the radishes and they dip it in the butter with salt. I would like to try that. I would like to try that sometime. Yes, I'm sure that wasabi clears out the sinuses. Yes, yes. I know you're hungry. What did you make today, Jackie? Did you prepare anything before you went to work today to eat tonight? Because I know you like to prepare your things first. So what have you prepared? But yeah, I'm not, that's probably the only things that I don't like. And it just depends. You know, a lot of foods from other countries I'm not really familiar with, but I will try. I love Chinese food. I love Italian food. I like some Indian food. When I watch a lot of the cooking things, when I used to have the cooking channel, and I can watch them still on like Max and that, or on Discovery Network. But when I used to watch that all the time, I loved the shows that would go like to the different countries and eat the different food there. And I don't know, is it Turkey? Not maybe Turkey, but some Middle Eastern place where they make these like kebabs, and they make the ground beef on a skewer, and it's just all the ground beef, or lamb. It might be ground lamb. I would love to try that. Or when they make all the fresh hummus and with the olive oil and the fresh pita, I'd love to have that. So yeah. Okay, you've got meatballs and tomato sauce. Okay, ready for when you get home. So are you, okay, bye Jackie. Enjoy your meatballs. So yeah, but anyway, you know, since we've talked about food, we got 10 more minutes. I'm trying to get to 2 hours, so we got 10 more minutes. So for the 10 minutes, let's pull some cards, why don't we? Let's pull a couple cards, and then maybe I'll answer another question from the, oh, Aunt, you weren't here, I don't think, when I did the 3001 questions. I told everybody that's the book that I got from you, and I did a question from it. Yeah, you missed it. I did the very last question, the 3001st question. I'll have to go back and do that. Okay, Spirit. What do the 22 archangels want us to know today, Spirit, on this beautiful Monday, May 19th, 2025, where Monday ain't done nothing to nobody, Spirit? What, Spirit, what? What would you like us to know, Spirit? What would you like us to know? Let's see. We got Ariel, the sacred activist. She's a beautiful black queen. Protect what is right and just. Let love lead the way. She's so beautiful. Let love lead the way. Let's see what the book says, what Ariel says. Let's see what the message is for Ariel. Let's see. Ariel is, her name means Lioness of God. And she is a true warrior spirit who has a strong connection to the animal realm. And this is why she has a lion on her chest. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. Thank you, Spirit. She is here to help us act peacefully but fairly. To act peacefully but fairly, both toward other people and the animal kingdom. She helps us look after those we love and find the strength to keep going when times are challenging. I love that. And it says our message from her is, when Ariel comes to you, she brings you the courage of a lion. You have a voice and you aren't afraid to use it. Ding, 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 ding. Or as what I like to say, and Ange will know. Ding, ding, motherfucking ding. You have a voice and you aren't afraid to use it. If you feel that you have a reason to stand up to someone or something that is challenging you, or you want to advance an issue you care about, your angels are here to say that you have the courage and conviction to do so. Take the time to figure out the most peaceful and loving state you can remain in and ensure your position is a just one, based on facts and evidence, so that you don't experience unnecessary kickback from those who are unwilling to listen or understand. I get that every day. When I talk to my family, the kickback is real, okay? Especially when I talk to them about their health and just telling them the things that I've experienced and what's helped me, especially after losing 120 pounds. You think that they would listen to me? No, never. You may find your own peace being challenged at this time, and you may feel unsure how to react, but your angels want you to know that you are a love warrior and your heart is pure. And instead of reacting defensively, respond from a place of loving feedback, because it's from this state that you can make the most impact. You have been called by God to make loving changes on the earth, and now it is time to answer that call. I just love it so much. And I think, I was talking with my bestie, and, about feelings and about not wanting to hurt other people's feelings. And it's a hard thing. That's a hard thing, right? Because sometimes, we as people, we just want to tell somebody like it really is. We want to just say like it really is. Yes, Ange. Ding, ding. MF ding. But we have to choose our words, which I think Ange is better at that than me, because I just want to get it out, and I just want to tell you how I really fucking feel, and it's like, and that's it, and I just want to move on with my life. But I know that we have to be kind to each other, but sometimes I feel like kindness, it's not a form of weakness, not that, but I feel like the kindness, sometimes people they just don't get it. So they're like, oh, well, she really means so-and-so, but she said it in such a way that, no, she still, no, and not no. Absolutely not. Like, it's like, no, yeah, no. Like, no, I want to tell it like it is, okay? I just want to tell it. And if you watched any of the videos in April, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Ange knows exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll pull one more card. This is from the Ask Your Guides, Sonia Choquette, because I can't do it live without pulling the Sonia Choquette card. And let's see what Spirit is going to give us, which one of the angel guides we're going to get. Ooh, from Sonia Choquette. Come on, Spirit. Ah! Oh! We got the number 15 card, and it came right side up. And it's clearing from the helper guides. Clearing. And look how beautiful that is. It's like the star. She's holding her arm up like this. I just love it. I love it so much. All right, this is number 15. So let's see what number 15 has in store for us. So the message for number 15 is to reach for something greater. First, let go of what's in your hands. So this is what they're showing. She's letting go. Her hand she's holding, one hand is holding, if you could see it there, and the other hand is letting go, right? And this is something that I'm getting ready to work on. My bestie and I, of letting go of the clutter, and letting go of the things that don't serve us any longer, so that we can reach for something greater. And all the abundance is just going to keep coming in and coming in and coming in once we do that. And the key words for this card, and she is one of the helper guides. I think I did say that. She's a helper guide. And the key words for her are choice, reflections, decisions, and commitment. And for every new ambition, relationship, or opportunity you seek at this time, there's something that must be eliminated to make way for the new experience. And I just love that. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just love that. There's something that has to be eliminated to make room for the new experience. And I've eliminated a lot of things to have my new experience, my new experience with my bestie, and my new experience here on YouTube, and my new experience with the NASM, and that I have had to release people, and I'm still trying to release people, right? I'm still trying to do that. And I know that that's coming soon. Still trying to do that, because everything is not for everybody. And at some point in your life, you need that peace and that harmony, and you want to make sure that that joy is coming in. And the energy vampires are always there to steal your joy. And so you have to let them go. They got to go. They're the first ones that got to go. And don't feel any kind of anything about it. You know, you have to protect your peace. That's what we have to do. Okay, so our final card, we got to pull an angel number card. Angel numbers. This deck is very dear to me because it came from my bestie. So let's pull this card. And I have to say, thank you, Spirit, that this goes with what we're talking about too, this card. And this card is compassion, number 2020. So this goes with when you're letting go. Okay, Janet, no worries. We're getting ready to go in a couple minutes. Actually, we've made ours. So as soon as I finish reading this card, we're going to go. I appreciate you so much for coming in. I do. I hope that hubby is going to have a good lunch for work today. And this card says, it is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct. But it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. And this is everything that I'm getting ready to embark on, right? I'm getting ready to be of service to others with my NASM. And I am of service to others here. I try to bring that bright light and energy, bring my bubbly energy here and everything. I feel so good this morning. I feel so great. And I always want to bring it. You know, I always want to bring it. I always want to bring it. And serving. And in order to do this, you know, we have to get rid of things. And this card, keywords are mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, and renewal. So as we release, as the helper guide card says, the clearing, as we release, we're making room, we're being adaptable, right? We're adapting to our new thing. So we're adapting to that release of the old and bringing in the new, whether that be new loving friendships and people in our lives that we love and care for deeply, whether that be new things that we want, but we have to make room for those things so that we don't have more clutter. Like, for instance, the decks, right? We've got to make room for new decks if we want them. So the decks that we don't resonate with anymore, or the decks that, you know, we don't use and we haven't used, if we're not using them in a certain way, like putting them in a card, you know, like my bestie was telling me about, or sharing them, or doing like what the beautiful Elizabeth, the more intuitive me, does. She has a lot of decks that are missing cards. She uses those and she pulls from them, like her oracle and different things, and she pulls cards and uses them in that way. So that's another way to use them. But we always have to, if we're not using them in that way, then we need to get rid of them to make room for something new and something else that's going to bring us happiness and joy. And having compassion is a part of that. But also having compassion, like my bestie told me, you know, yesterday, to, we just don't want to do things, you know, sometimes you don't want to do things to hurt somebody's feelings, and never that, you know, it's never that. But sometimes you have to get your point across. And sometimes maybe a little hurt feeling in there is not a bad thing, I think sometimes. Especially if, yes, the decks, Ange, the decks. Especially if, you know, you can't, that person doesn't get it. You know, so sometimes you just have to create that boundary. You know, do it nicely, but be firm. Be firm. So on that note, Yappy and Lexi out. I thank you all for coming and being here and liking and subscribing and sending hearts and doing all the things. I thank you so much. We will be back next Monday with another Monday Ain't Done Nothing to Nobody. And then I may pop up here and there and do a live. I'm trying to see if I can pop up one day and just do a live. just organically, or maybe I'll pop up with someone and do a live this week. So we'll see. You never know what can. Oh, speaking of which, I am popping up and doing a live this week with someone. On May 24th, the beautiful, beautiful Bill of the 999 show. On Saturday, we are doing a live together at 4:30 in the afternoon. And he's going to be painting a card, and we're going to be talking and chatting. So if you can, stop by there. Give me some support, and I hope to meet so many new people there, maybe get some new subscribers there as well. And so, yeah, so Saturday afternoon at 4:30, I will be on the 999 show with Bill. And then, you know, I'll be here every single day. I'll be here later today with a video. Have no idea what that's going to be about yet, but we'll be doing a video later today. I have so many topics to talk about. So, yes, Ange did put up the 999 show, so click it and or come back, you know, and check out the live comments later when this video goes live. So, Yappy and Lexi out. And I love you plenty, plenty, plenty. Thank you, Ange, my love. And thank you, everybody who came and supported me. I'm so grateful to you so much for being here. And I'm grateful to you, Ange, because it's a holiday and you did not have to get up in the morning to come here. So, you know how I feel about you. So that just makes me, you know, emotional. But thank you. I love you so much. And Janet, I love you, Janet. And yes, Janet, please do. Please do. I love you all so much. And I thank you for being here. Love you plenty. Have the most amazing day. But even if you can't, as Miss Tabitha Brown says, don't go around messing up anybody else's here. Later.